If you're looking for a quick hack to pass the CPC exam, this is not that video. There is no secret code where you can just memorize these 10 things and you're gonna pass, because the CPC exam is not easy, and it's not supposed to be. It's designed to test whether you can actually think like a medical coder. And passing the CPC exam takes time and consistency and a solid foundation of a lot of different skills. Can you pass it through self-study? Yes, absolutely. But here's the reality in 2026. The job market right now is way more competitive than it has ever been. And employers aren't just looking for, do you have your CPC? Cool. They want to know, where did you train? What else do you have to bring to the table than just you have your CPC? So if your goal is not just, oh, I just want to pass the certification exam, but you're actually wanting to get hired and work and have a career as a medical coder, we really need to think beyond just quick hacking through the CPC exam. Today's video is sponsored by Preppy, but more on them in just a minute. Now, first things first, when we talk about learning medical coding, we need to talk about building a good foundation, because that's where a lot of people stumble, and then they wind up having to restart. They kind of try to hack it together through things that they picked up from here and here and here on the internet, and they wind up spending more money than they intended to or probably even needed to. So they try to jump straight into things like study guides or mock exams, but you need to learn the ins and outs of medical coding and the code sets first. Jumping right into things like study guides and then taking the CPC exam is like trying to run a marathon without ever actually training or stretching. So what does a strong foundation actually look like? Well, you should be comfortable with anatomy and medical terminology, basic compliance and insurance concepts, and of course the code sets themselves, ICD-10-CM, CPT and HCPCS, and the modifiers that are associated with that. Study guides are structured for people who already have foundational training. They do not teach medical coding 101. The code books themselves don't even really teach medical coding. So trying to hack everything together can take a lot of time, a lot of effort. You wind up with confusion, and there's a lot of people online that present like they know what they're doing, and I'm going to be honest with you, while they are very well intended, they're often wrong. And so when I'm giving you feedback, I'm giving you feedback as someone who's been in this industry for almost 20 years. I've worked with the AAPC in a lot of volunteer capacities. I know about the CPC exam. I've done all kinds of teaching in the past few years with different technical schools and different colleges. So you need to get medical coding 101 before you sit for the CPC exam, and that takes a while to build that strong foundation. And that's why structured training really matters and is helpful for so many people. Programs like Preppy are designed to give you that foundation, just step by step, not just throwing all kinds of random information at you in some miscellaneous order from all different sources. So if you've been thinking about medical billing and coding and you want to get something that's flexible and affordable, Preppy is honestly one of the easiest ways to get started. Their medical billing and coding program is 100% online. It is self-paced. It's designed to get you job ready, even if you are brand new to healthcare as a whole. You can enroll online, you can get same-day access, and students finish usually in about 4 to 6 months, sometimes faster if you have more open time to study. And the curriculum aligns with the AAPC guidelines and prepares you for certifications like the CPC. And you don't just get your CPC when you pass that certification exam. When you complete your training through Preppy, you get a certificate of completion from an accredited university, plus career assistance. And actually, you can save $100 off registration when you pay in full and use the code CONTEMPO at checkout. And you can start today at startmedicalcoding.com. Now, once you've built that strong foundation, once that's there, that's when the exam strategy comes in. The foundation itself should take you a few months to get through. And once you're done with that, schedule your exam a few weeks after, so it's still fairly fresh in your mind, but you want to start shifting yourself into exam mode. You are no longer learning everything. You're learning about the exam itself, structure, format, working on the things that are more likely to appear on the exam. I recommend using the official AAPC materials, the AAPC study guide and the official practice exams through the AAPC. Keep an eye out because usually twice a year they hold a sale where they do a bundle. You can buy your exam voucher. The exam voucher is good for a year, so even if you're not planning on testing for a little while, still if you see this bundle, purchase it because it's a great deal. Oftentimes they'll run a deal where they will sell you the exam voucher and include the study guide with an ebook study guide, and the official practice exams. So that's a really good deal. If you see that, grab it while you can. Now, the reason I recommend the official materials through the AAPC, like the study guide and the practice exam, is they show you the question style, the exam structure. Not everyone who's out there just selling practice exams have that same structure or even just that same wording format as the AAPC. Plus, the big bonus there is the platform navigation with the official practice exam. It is massively underrated. I have had people come to me in my comments and try to argue with me saying, hey, Victoria, you said I could skip questions, but I went in to take my CPC exam and nope, I didn't have that. There was no way to skip questions. That's an inherent part of the platform. There is no turning that on or off. That person just likely did not know how to skip the questions. There's no tutorial before you sit down for the exam that's gonna say, hey, click this, click this. You have to do that ahead of time. That's not something that's going to play before you sit down for the exam. They will actually email you when you get your notice to schedule the exam from the AAPC. You buy your voucher and they'll say, here's your notice to schedule the exam. In that email is a link to a platform tutorial. A lot of people miss it because there's a lot of information you have to be looking at when you're scheduling your exam, like what you're allowed to bring, where the location is, all that. So some people do breeze by it. Don't be one of them. Watch that tutorial. If you can't find it or you want to see things ahead of time because you haven't hit that point yet, I also have a tutorial on some of the practice exams where I talk about how to navigate the platform. Get the practice exams. They are the best thing for you. And this is a timed exam, which means you only have 4 hours. You do not want to waste your time during the exam trying to figure out all the different stuff on the platform. You want to have that all done ahead of time. You also need to build speed. Start with a 1-hour timer and do 25 questions because you don't want to panic and start second guessing everything or rushing. You need to start getting that feel for your correct exam day pace. I personally also recommend setting up an exam-like environment, so no second monitor, nothing else on your desk, no other distractions. Put yourself in that mindset of taking the CPC exam. When you do your practice exams, don't just check your score and then move on. What you need to do is take a look at what questions are you missing. Is it cardiology or is it anesthesia? Or are you not doing well in E&M? Go back. Review those sections, reread the rationale, go through those portions of the materials that you have in your materials. If you have the CPC official materials because you went through the AAPC, or if you have the step-by-step books that I recommend, then go through those sections again. That is how you improve. And again, if you have textbooks like this, or the workbook version of that, or a CPC study guide, I think even includes practice questions. Go through the practice questions. If you only did the odd numbers in your textbook, go back and do the even ones, just so that you get that practice. Use your existing resource. So if you already have those books, go back through. I know a lot of times, when I was a student, I would skip through some of the practice questions that I wasn't assigned, but get your certifications on the line. Go back through some of those chapter reviews. You would be surprised what things you might catch the second time around. Now, as far as concepts, I have a video that is called The Most Commonly Missed CPC Exam Concepts. That is the video that you want to watch. It has helped a lot of people because sometimes it's not that you don't know the material, it's just that you might be missing some of those specific concepts that are more likely to show up on the exam. This is not, though, about memorizing questions. The CPC exam is randomized. They have a humongous bank of over 1,000 questions, and they might have 7 different variants of a question on the exact same concept, but not all of them are going to be worded the same or come out with the same codes, but they're going to be very similar in that concept type. type. If you want something that is a more structured review and on demand, I do have a budget-friendly option. I have a CPC review course. It includes on-demand reviews with slides, and it includes a 50-question practice exam. If you want to check it out, you can actually use code YouTube50 at contempocoding.com and save 50%. So that's just another option if you want something that is more structured and guided for review. Now let's talk about exam day, because you have to really read those setup instructions very carefully if you are taking the exam remotely via a live proctor. I have seen people get disconnected, lose their attempt because of that, or because of technical issues, or because they had things in their room that maybe they weren't supposed to, or they didn't test their system. So don't let that be you, because I don't want you wasting hundreds of dollars because you couldn't figure out how to disconnect a second monitor or something. Check through all that information, and I will actually link below the AAPC's official guidance on the exam day checklist, like what you can and cannot bring remote and in person. If you're taking it in person, make sure you know what you can and cannot bring, because basically you're allowed to bring your books and you're allowed to bring your photo ID if you're taking it in person. There's other things that you might be able to bring with you and leave in a locker outside, like if you need to bring a drink or cough drops or your car keys, but definitely plan ahead. I have a video where I walk through my personal in-person exam experience, so definitely check that out. Now, I know this can feel very overwhelming, but here's the truth. You don't need a shortcut. You don't need a quick hack. You need a solid foundation. You need consistent practice, and you need a clear strategy, and that's it. So if you put in that work, you have that foundation, and then you focus a few weeks on your exam strategy with official materials. Again, I really recommend the ones from the AAPC. I'm sure you can find something online for very cheap, but the quality is likely not going to be there, or it was hacked together from some stuff that they found online back in 2019. So it's not worth it. If this video helped you out, definitely let me know in the comments below, and also let me know, are you currently studying for the CPC exam, and where are you in your studying? Are you just kind of looking into this? Are you in the midst of that foundational training, or are you getting yourself exam ready? I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, just keep on coding on.